you've got some familiar faces helping you out here at King William. I'm assuming not only on your staff, but on the JV staff, getting Patrick Kane to come back to the sideline to help you out on the JV side.
Oh, yeah.
Please tell me how that came about with him, how you were able to get him back on the sideline this season.
You know, I'm really not sure how that all came about. It's I guess I'm just living right. Anyway, I just remember I told him I needed a JV football coach, and he said, well, I'll come back and be your JV coach. And I said, well, or I'll come and be your JV coach. And I said, well, I can't ask you to do that. He's like, you're not asking, I'm offering. So that's an offer you can't turn down. When you got a guy who's had that kind of success and you want to establish a winning program, and really what I wanted to come here was and model our King William program off of what we did at Hermitage. And the thing is, if you're going to build a program, it helps to have the architect in the building with you. And maybe he just didn't want to take all the phone calls that he was going to get from me. So anyway, I know I was going to call him a lot, and so maybe that was part of it. But anyway, nevertheless, he's here. I'm happy to have him. The rest of the coaching staff is happy to have him. And it just feels like, it feels like a lump of gold fell into our laps right here. So anyway, what more can you say? When
did the itch come back again to do some type of coaching in the foreseeable future?
Well, you never know what the future holds. That's why I never used the word retire. The situation turned out to be right. I have ambitions to go into administration, be an administrator. And then I talked to Mr. McConville, principal here, and he seemed to think that I could work on that as well as help out with the football program and maybe achieve that goal down the road. He's willing to give me some responsibility here in terms of administration, and so I can develop that craft as well as help Coach Moore win some state championships here at King William. I've always said that the head JV coach is the second most important assistant coach you have in your program. So I figured I'd better live up to my words.
Walk us through how that conversation went between you and Coach about him wanting you to help out on the football team this season.
Well, we've been talking. We had a few phone calls over the time, and we talked a little bit about staffing. And then, if the thing could work out, and it wasn't just coaching football and just administration, the teaching aspect had to fall on the line. And then I had to be open and honest with Mr. McConville, told him what my true aspirations were, and that, that this wasn't like my full-time desire to be the JV football coach here. But I want to help the program as much as I can. I love the game, Mr. McConville was super, and he's doing a great job, and I'm very impressed with the school so far in the community. And so it's a great place to be, and all the stories Coach Moore had told us over the years turned out to be true, which I didn't doubt, but sometimes you gotta live it to believe it. So it's a great place, it's a great community, and there's a lot of excitement about Coach Moore leading this program, coming back to his alma mater. So just kind of stars kind of lined up the right way.
In your view, what made your relationship work with Coach during your time at Hermitage?
Well, most people don't realize that I'm an old lineman. Might not look at that's the difference between Division III and Division I. So I knew the importance of the line, and when I actually met Coach Moore. We were both working on our masters while we were coaching, and I met him and I talked him into coming over. And believe it or not, he was the head coach at another high school, and then when I talked to him to come over, he was doing the JV with us. So if he can do it, I can do it. And then he was only JV 1 year, and then he became our varsity line coach for us at the time, and did a phenomenal job. And so we're both linemen, and we understand the line is the most critical thing in the game. I might not get all the glory, but they make the team.
We've just worked well together all those years, and like I said, he established a successful program. I want to model this one after it. And so anyway, that's just kind of how it is. I mean, we're good friends. So, and I do call him a lot and ask him a lot of questions, and he gives a lot of advice on a lot of things. And if you ask him, he'll tell you, and he get an honest opinion. So that's one of those things that I really am going to appreciate having around.
when we talk about staff, and I was talking to Coach Moore, that there's one other pretty good guy out there we ought to get on staff. He said, "Oh yeah, who's that?" I said, "Curtis Grant." So we got Curtis Grant coming back, coaching linebackers here at King Williams. So how many programs can say they had the captain of a national championship team come back coaching their players? And Curtis Grant will be here on our staff coaching linebackers. So that's another kudo to Coach Moore recruiting a good staff.